One common objection that we often get when we're sharing the USANA story to people is the pyramid objection. Now, if someone is just downright negative and they're being cynical, they're generally kind of closed-minded, I don't even go there with them oftentimes. So you got to decide if someone honestly is asking you, but isn't this a pyramid objection, or isn't this a pyramid, or is this a pyramid scheme, or they're just being really cynical, okay? Cynical types, I just let them go. But if they're really asking you, but isn't this a pyramid scheme, and they really want to know, here's what your next question needs to be. You need to say, well, what do you mean by that? Because you want to know, there's usually two things they're thinking, one of two things. They're either thinking, is it illegal or is it unfair? Okay, so let's answer the is it illegal first. So if they give you the kind of answer, well, you know, isn't this illegal? Is it unethical? That kind of answer, here's how you answer that. You know what? You say, a pyramid model for business is illegal. So you're absolutely right. If the government finds a company that's involved as a pyramid, it's illegal. And how do you know if that's true? Well, if you get paid without moving a product, you could be involved in a pyramid scheme. At USANA Health Sciences, we only get paid when a product moves. So that's one important distinction. Pyramids don't involve the movement of a product. Okay, distinction number one. Now, USANA is not a pyramid. USANA we get paid by moving a product. USANA is a publicly traded company. It's 19 years old. These are my favorite adjectives which I'll often throw out. So I'll say USANA is a publicly traded company. It's 19 years old. We move $500 million of products a year. We're in 14 or 15 different international markets. We have over 1,000 employees. Does that sound like an illegal company to you? And after you say that, most people go, no, that really doesn't. That sounds like a pretty typical, big, successful company. So that's how I take care of that one. I don't go into like, what do they call it, court, legal law cases. I just kind of state that. The other one is it unfair? Okay. And so what they usually mean by that is, is there a guy at the top makes all the money and the people down below work hard and don't get anywhere? Well, I'll often do this. I'll say, what company do you work for? And then they tell me the name of the company. I'll write it here on this piece of paper, but I'll say, okay, at your company, do you have a CEO? And they'll say, of course. So, you take a pyramid and you write CEO here, and then under your CEO, you probably have a president of your company, right? Yeah, okay. So president, and then do you have vice president at your company? Yep, you got probably one or two or more vice presidents. And then you have some middle management, right? Yeah, and so I'm kind of doing this before them, okay? And then down below the middle management, you have all the worker bees, hundreds or even thousands of people who are working really hard for your company, right? Yeah. Question for you. Who makes the most money in this example? Well, obviously the people at the top, right? The CEO, president, vice presidents make more money than middle management and all the support staff. Well, why is it that in a Fortune 500 company, average Fortune 500 CEO makes about $30 million a year in the U.S.? Average worker at these companies makes about $30,000 a year. Why is it that the CEO makes 1,000 times more than the people at the bottom? Why is that? Well, I like to ask questions during these presentations. People take more ownership. They learn a little bit more. Well, the reason why they make 1,000 times more money at the top than at the bottom is one word. You know what that word is? Leverage. The guy at the top has leverage. The people down below don't have leverage. That's the distinction. That's why the CEO is making 1,000 times more than the people at the bottom. Here's what I love about our industry, network marketing. I can take any one of these hardworking people down at the bottom who's really ready to roll up their sleeves and go after it, learn some new skills, work hard, and I can help them create their own business structure where they are now at the top of their own leverage business system. And I love that fact. And this person doing this, it is not dependent on their college pedigree, what MBA school they went to, their sales experience, whether they're black, white, ethnic race, sex, male, female, does not matter. What matters is, are they willing to create value in the marketplace? That is the only thing that we get paid for. So if you're willing to increase your skills, invest money and time developing your skills, you can learn to create more value in the marketplace, and you can be the head of your own leverage business system. I love how fair that is with our network marketing business model. So does that help you understand the pyramid objection? And then, little dialogue, Q&A, watch the person, just watch their eyes and see if that helped them. Don't just talk over them, don't talk at them, but teach while you do this. And I find that most people, when you explain this, they'll really start to see it and they'll kind of go, oh, yeah, well, I didn't realize that. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with this shape, because people sometimes feel there is. This is simply a chain of command. Your church, your government, your family tree has this shape, right? It's just simply a delegation of command. It's just a way to organize people. So that's all that shape means. So I hope that was helpful for you in understanding how to explain the pyramid objection.